Cybersecurity news can sometimes feel like a never-ending horror movie, can it? Just when you think the villains are locked up, a new threat emerges from the shadows. This week is no exception, with tales of exploited flaws, international espionage, and AI shenanigans that could make your head spin. But don't worry, we're here to break it all down in plain English and arm you with the knowledge you need to stay safe. So grab your popcorn and maybe a firewall, and let's dive into the latest cybersecurity drama. First, let's take a look at the threat of the week. Fortinet revealed that a critical security flaw impacting FortiManager, CVE 2024-47575, CVSS score 9.8, which allows for unauthenticated remote code execution, has come under active exploitation in the wild. Exactly who is behind it is currently not known. Google-owned Mandiant is tracking the activity under the name UNC5A20. Now let's check top news happened last week. Cybersecurity researchers have discovered severe cryptographic issues in end-to-end encrypted E2EE cloud storage platforms. Sync, pCloud, IceDrive, Cfile, and Tresorit that could be exploited to inject files, tamper with file data, and even gain direct access to plaintext. The attacks, however, hinge on an attacker gaining access to a server in order to pull them off. The North Korean threat actor known as Lazarus Group has been attributed to the zero-day exploitation of a now-patched security flaw in Google Chrome, CVE 2024-4947, to seize control of infected devices. The vulnerability was addressed by Google in mid-May 2024. The campaign, which is said to have commenced in February 2024, involved tricking users into visiting a website advertising a multiplayer online battle arena, MOBA, tank game, but incorporated malicious JavaScript to trigger the exploit and grant attackers remote access to the machines. AWS Cloud Development Kit, CDK, account takeover flaw. Fixed, a now-patched security flaw impacting Amazon Web Services, AWS, Cloud Development Kit, CDK, could have allowed an attacker to gain administrative access to a target AWS account, resulting in a full account takeover. Following responsible disclosure on June 27, 2024, the issue was addressed by Amazon in CDK, version 2.149.0, released in July 2024. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, charged 4 public companies, Avaya, Checkpoint, Mimecast, and Unisys, for making materially misleading disclosures related to the large-scale cyber attack that stemmed from the hack of SolarWinds in 2020. The federal agency accused the companies of downplaying the severity of the breach in their public statements. Finally, what was happening around the cyber world? 4. Revil members sentenced in Russia. 4 members of the now-defunct Revil ransomware operation have been sentenced to several years in prison in Russia. They were originally arrested in January 2022, following a law enforcement operation by Russian authorities. Delta Airlines is suing CrowdStrike in Georgia, claiming the cybersecurity company is responsible for a July outage that led to 7,000 flight cancellations, affected 1.3 million customers, and cost Delta over $500 million. Delta accuses CrowdStrike of negligence and cutting corners, while CrowdStrike denies the allegations, arguing that Delta's claims are based on misinformation and that the airline's outdated IT infrastructure is to blame. Meta announces secure way to store WhatsApp. Contacts. Meta has introduced identity-proof linked storage, IPLS, for WhatsApp, enabling users to save contacts and usernames directly within the app using key transparency and hardware security modules. Previously, WhatsApp synced contacts through the phone's contact book. After a security assessment by NCC Group revealed 13 issues, all have been resolved as of September 2024. IPLS aims to store contacts on WhatsApp servers securely and privately, without the servers accessing users' contact metadata. CISA, FBI investigating Salt Typhoon attacks. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, is investigating unauthorized access to commercial telecommunications infrastructure by China-linked threat actors. Reports indicate the Salt Typhoon hacking group breached AT&T, Verizon, and Lumen networks. The affected companies have been notified, but the extent of the campaign and any compromised information remain unclear. Multiple news sources suggest Salt Typhoon used this access to tap into phones or networks of Democratic and Republican presidential campaigns. Fraudulent IT worker scheme becomes a bigger problem. A report from HYPR reveals that employee fraud schemes are not limited to North Korea. HYPR recently encountered a software engineer claiming to be from Eastern Europe, but verification processes raised doubts about their true identity, leading the individual to withdraw. There's no evidence linking this case to North Korea, and the individual's intentions remain unclear. HYPR emphasizes the importance of multi-factor and video-based verification to ensure real-world identity matches digital identity during onboarding. Novel attacks on AI tools. Researchers found a way to manipulate digital watermarks from AWS Bedrock Titan Image Generator, allowing threat actors to add or remove watermarks. AWS patched this issue on September 13, 2024. This follows the discovery of prompt injection flaws in Google Gemini for Workspace, which could lead to misleading responses and distribution of malicious content. Additionally, new research shows threat actors using exposed AWS credentials to hijack large language models, LLMs, on Bedrock, including using them for inappropriate applications. Earlier, Cyzdig reported similar attacks, termed LLM jacking, where stolen cloud credentials were used to target LLM services. Now, attackers are also enabling models with stolen credentials, not just abusing existing ones. In the end, thanks for watching. And there you have it, another week's worth of cybersecurity challenges to ponder. Remember, in this digital age, vigilance is key. Stay informed, stay alert, and stay safe in the ever-evolving cyber world. We'll be back next Monday with more news and insights to help you navigate the digital landscape.